So, for those of you that have followed me recently, you've probably seen my teardrop camper build that I'm working on right now. And this obviously is not that. But have no fear, that has not gone away. We are just sort of switching gears at the moment. I will be having some more videos on that shortly in the next week or two, I hope. We've sort of transitioned over to working on another project here. We've got a 1962 Shasta that I bought a while back, and I've kind of been trying to finish up my dad's camper and one thing and another, working on my shop and this, that, and the other so that I could get ready to work on this. We've transferred the camper over to my dad's house. He's going to do some of the work on it there. I'll still have videos of the key points of that. But in the meantime, I'm actually going to start working on the Shasta restoration. And I say restoration, some of this will be rebuild and restoration, some of it will be upgrades. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So you can see here, this is a number of different sort of some views. I'm going to do these videos a little bit more informal than I did the videos for the other camper. I'm going to show a lot of the highlights, the key points, the things that I had to restore, how I did it, that type thing. You can see here kind of overall, this is a 7-foot wide camper by right at 16 foot long. This is the camper as I bought it. The previous owner had done a few upgrades and things to it. Some of that stuff we're going to keep, some of it we're going to change. So you can kind of see that here. One of the big things that you see in these old campers is water damage, and that a lot of that happens around the windows, because the windows eventually will, no matter what, if they are outside, the windows will leak. So that has got typical leaking here. Around this back window, there's a large amount of leaking that actually looks a lot worse than it is. There's a little leaking around the windows. This would be the curb side or right side of the trailer in the back. A little bit of leaking around that window there. Also around the window on the left-hand side, that window looks pretty good. So not a lot of restoration or repair there. And also around the vent. Vents get a lot of leaking, a lot of, it's on the top of the roof, it's flat. So that's a prime location for water to come in. We're going to have to repair, hopefully, just that panel of the roof up on top there. So that's an overview of the trailer. I hope in the next video to have started on some work on the trailer. I'm going to put together videos of that and also photos, sort of a slideshow, so I can talk over the top of the slideshow, narrate it, and talk about what I did. Some of that stuff is difficult to catch in the videos, especially when you're set up on such a large object. If I were working on a smaller project and I could set the camera up in one location and then work on it, that's easier to do. On these, it's a little more difficult, because, or it's actually a lot more difficult, because you're constantly moving around and you're doing little things here and there on different parts, and you're looking at it from a lot of different angles. Some angles you can't see except from where I am standing, so I actually have to be holding the camera while I'm working on it, and it's a little more difficult. So I will get some of that stuff put together. I've actually done some of the rebuilding already. I'll get those videos together, and if you'll hang tight with me, those will be out soon. If you enjoyed this and you want to follow this, please subscribe to me on my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Also, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. That helps me to continue to produce the videos. And also share this with your friends, and stay tuned, because I will have more coming up pretty soon. Thanks.